We are joined now this morning by the other Texan in the 2020 Democratic presidential primary. Former Congressman Beto O'Rourke flew back to his hometown of El Paso just after news of the shooting. Thank you for joining us, Beto. So tell me, I understand you have just visited with some of the victims at the hospital of this attack. What can you tell us about how they are doing?
It's incredibly heartbreaking to see what these families are going through right now. Met a woman yesterday who was shot in the chest. Her lungs were pierced. She is not just holding on, she is coming back as strong as you can possibly imagine. But it was not just one person alone in that family. Her mother was also shot in the stomach. Her aunt was also shot. We're seeing many families with multiple members who were shot, in some cases killed. This is a tragedy that there is just no way to prepare for in a community who, on average, over the last 10 years, saw 18 murders a year in a city of nearly 700,000 people. And to see at least 20 people killed yesterday, it's almost impossible to fully accept or apprehend. But I will tell you this, this is one of the strongest communities on the planet. The way that the people of El Paso have come together, donating blood, bringing food to University Medical Center, rallying for those families who are suffering right now or who have lost a loved one, just makes me so proud and so inspired, and has got to compel us to do everything possible to make sure that this does not continue to happen in the United States of America.
You've said that the president is fueling hate in this country. Are you suggesting that he bears responsibility for what we just saw in El Paso?
I am, because he does. Someone who describes Mexican immigrants as rapists and criminals, who has sought to ban all Muslims, all people of one religion, from traveling to the United States, or who calls Nazis and white supremacists very fine people. He doesn't just tolerate, he encourages the kind of open racism and the violence that necessarily follows that we saw here in El Paso, Texas. There's been a rise in hate crimes every single one of the last 3 years in this country. And it is not solely because of President Trump. It is Fox News. It is the warnings of invasions that we hear on that channel. It's these groups on the internet. But for the commander-in-chief of this country, the person in the highest position of public trust, to say these kinds of things, it's not just here in El Paso. It's the Tree of Life massacre at the synagogue in Pittsburgh, the shooter who cited the caravans that the president had warned us about, and the fear that George Soros was financing those caravans, something that, again, President Trump encouraged, or the fact that the Christchurch shooter in New Zealand also cited President Trump and the Islamophobia that he seeks to incite in this country and around the world. All of this is connected. And if we just accept this as a natural disaster, just what our fate and our fortune and our future is in this country, we will get more of the same. So in addition to sensible gun policies, and we must adopt and sign those into law, we also need to connect the dots on this hatred and racism that is coming from the highest positions of power in this country.
Beto O'Rourke, thank you for joining us from El Paso.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.